Good evening, everybody. This is Big Easy bringing you live commentary of round 11 of season 6 Group 3 Century League Championship. This evening's actions comes from High Speed Ring. We'll be doing 38 laps this evening. High Speed Ring is a fictitious Gran Turismo track, but has been ever present in the series from Gran Turismo 1 all the way through to Gran Turismo 7, barring Gran Turismo 3. The track has changed slightly as the series developed, and essentially the straights have extended a little bit and the corners have been tightened up. As the name of the track suggests, High Speed Ring, we have a number of banked corners where cars can carry substantial speed through the corners. High Speed Ring is 3.1 kilometres long, or in old school money, 1.96 miles. Confirmed entries for tonight are Sherlock, Marky B, Ivan, Gerald, Greg Trumper, Keith Madge, Andrea Ferrugia, Vinny, Judicial, Phil 91, Wibbly Wobbly Ant, and Group 1 Specialist, Timeless King Racer. So the drivers have been warming up for the last 15 minutes and we're just about to enter into qualifying. Cars diving out onto the track. They'll have to space themselves out a little bit if they want to get a good flying lap in. So as the drivers set about their route laps, we will have a quick look at the current leaderboard with 2 rounds of the championship left to go. Jack Sowett is out in front on 432 points. Timeless King Racer in P2, 332. Sherlock P3, 319. Bugalo Hulk, P4, 287. Judicial P5, 270 points. Pleasure Craft, who we haven't seen for a while, P6, 240 points. Marky B, P7, 232 points. This last round, unfortunately. Wibbly Wobbly Ant on 228 points. Vinny in P9 on 182 points. Falcon P10, 140 points. The G Child 79, otherwise known as Bella, 132 points. It's missed a few rounds of the championship. The illustrious leader, Justin, Darwin 70 on 114 points. Simon Aubrey, 111. Phil Marner on 75. Michael Boucher on 70. Greg Trumpy on 40. Has only raced 1 round of the championship to date, and Firewood Man on 22 points. So Jack Sowett has an opportunity to 99% wrap up the championship with a strong performance tonight. plenty to play for between P2, P3 and P4. So the early pace has been set by Wibbly Wobbly Ant on 1 minute 8.3. Yugalar Hulk has posted his first fast lap, 3/10 behind. Jack Sowertis has gone to the top of the qualifying with a 1 minute 7.6. Spiffy J in his striking helmet and equally striking livery, Beetle. Sherlock in the GTR, Braun style livery. Sonic the Hedgehog Vinny in another Beetle. Firewood Man in the Log Burner. Falcon in the Audi. So Jack Sowertis at the top of the leaderboard for qualifying, extending his time. Purple in the first sector. He's now out front by 8/10. Lost some time in the traffic there. We'll have a quick on-board lap of the track with Jack. So it is. Riding high, clips the barrier. Just under a 10 up. Falcon struggling with the tight bends. It's costing Jack a little bit of time. Fast, tight little tracks, and the qualifying rule of no overtaking unless the car is off the racing line and slowing down means that the guys need to be quite strategic in when they commit to their flying laps. Anybody tuned in and watching, please like and share. Help us build our community. Multi21 is a community for all abilities of driver, providing a platform of good, hard, clean racing. So we have about 3 minutes of qualifying left now, so final opportunity for guys to post their best times. Jack So It Is still leading the way with a 1 minute 7.2. We're hoping at some point in the future to introduce a driver interview after the races. One of my first questions for Andy will be, who is Kaz? So the bridge that we're looking at just there actually crosses a reservoir, and there is a dam on the left hand side as the cars go around the circuit in anti-clockwise direction. So the checkered flag is out. Jack So It Is has extended his time to 1 minute 7.22. Currently on pole by 8 tenths. Wibbly Wobbly Ant in the pits in P2. Ivan still out on track, P3. Marky B in the pits, P4. King Racer out on the track, P5. Spiffy G out on the track, P6. Sherlock out on track, P7. Judicial P8. Vinny P9, Firewood Man P10, Falcon P11. We seem to have a driver missing from pre-race entry. Looks like Phil hasn't made it this evening. So slight delay with getting the race started. Seems like we've got some technical issues with Phil getting into the lobby. So it looks like we're going to have a lobby reset just so we can get Phil 91 on board. So anybody tuned in and viewing, just bear with us. Anyone viewing, please give us a like and a share as we try to promote the community and promote the YouTube channel. Some of Stephen's drivers taking the opportunity to get some last minute practice in. So drivers will be starting on half tank fuel and are required to run all compounds of the racing tyre. You'll be completing 38 laps of the high-speed ring. So we seem to be still having a few problems with Phil getting entered into the lobby. A rolling start to tonight's proceedings, and cars are away. Jack, so it is taking the low line, Marky B is taking the high line. We've got quite a slipstream train forming up already. No positional changes at the moment, although Ivan's having a look down the inside of Wibbly Wobbly Ant and makes the move early doors. You've got a Hulk up to P2. Marky B, P4, but he's got quite a gaggle of cars gathering up behind him. So we have Spiffy G in the pits. His strategy is a lap of hards and get rid of them. So the front three have managed to create themselves a little gap. Marky B has dropped down a couple of positions. Sherlock has made his way past. Commentator's curse sees Marky B in the barrier. Falcon has got Firewood Man under pressure. Commentator's curse strikes again. So Philly's hot on the tail of Judicial. He's looking down the inside into turn 1. Side by side through turn 1. Philly high, Judicial. Philly's made that move, and can he keep it into the next corner? So some action at the front. Yugalow's found his way into P1, Wibbly Wobbly Ant is P2, and Jack So It Is down into P3. So it looks like Jack's had a little bit of a traction problem, I guess. We'll keep an eye on the front three for a second, see if Jack can make some progress back up to the front. Yugolow Hulk's got himself quite a nice little gap. King Racer has pulled out the slipstream of Sheer Luck. Jack So It Is now is all over the back of Wibbly Wobbly Ant, looking for a way past. Setting purple sectors in his pursuit. King Racer has made his way past Sherlock, but Sherlock is in close attention. Sherlock has made his way past King Racer, so there's a right little ding-dong between P4 and P5. But we'll keep an eye on Jack, so it is, as he makes a move down the inside of Wibbly Wobbly. Wibbly Wobbly's defending on the high line and manages to hold on to that position. Sherlock has pushed on slightly after regaining P4 from King Racer. And then it's quite a gap now back to P6 Philly and P7 Judicial. So Ivan's pushing on at the front. He needs to make hay in this stint. P2, P3 running hards. Sherlock and King Racer are still having this personal ding-dong. So after 6 laps, the field is well spread out. King Racer's found his way past Sherlock once again. Both drivers are able to follow each other and both drivers are able to make the pass on each other, but both drivers are struggling to get away from each other once they've made the pass. So Sherlock has gone through again. So I can see on the radar that Jack So It Is still in close attention to Wibbly Wobbly's bumper. Jack So It Is coming to the pits. Get rid of his hards. So King Racer on the inside of Sherlock completes the pass. Sherlock pulls out with a slim stream, but can't make it past on this occasion. So with Jack So It Is his pit stop, King Racer's up into P3, Sherlock P4, Phil P5, Judicial P6, Falcon P7, Marky B P8. Sherlock on the inside of King Racer. King Racer high line, Sherlock low line, got his nose in front but can't make the pass. Bugler Hulk still out in front. We've set the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1 minute 8.4. Somebody with screaming tyres there, that won't be too healthy for their speed carry. Can't work out which one it was, they're so close to each other. Side by side into the tunnel. King Racer managing to just keep in front. Sherlock had the overrun on the exit and finds his way into P3. Both these entertaining drivers pitting at the same time. Sherlock's coming off the soft, King Racer coming off the hards. Phil's into the pits to get rid of his mediums. Juggler Hulk's into the pits, shedding his softs. And Wibbly Wobbly Ant is into the pits, shedding his hards. So, commentator's nightmare. Everybody's on different tyre strategies. So, Judicial finds himself in P1. I don't think he's made a pit stop yet. Sherlock P2, Juggler Hulk P3, Jack So It Is P4. Jack's on the medium tyres now. We'll jump on board as he makes his way through. Juggler Hulk in front. Both drivers on medium. We'll have a driver's eye view of this little battle. Jack decides to go round the outside on the tighter line, touching the grass, but makes the pass. Closing up very, very quickly on Sherlock, down the inside. Takes care of that piece of business, no bother. Juggler's come through as well and is sticking to the back of Jack. So we'll stay on board. We'll keep an eye on Ivan in P2 in the rear view camera. So Jack's extending his lead over Juggler Hulk. So we'll drop back in the field because P3 and P4 seem to be having a bit of a battle. Spiffy G up close and personal to Wibbly Wobbly Ant. Spiffy G with the tiger livery, Wibbly Wobbly Ant with the leopard livery. Battle of the big cats. So Wibbly Wobbly's currently on the softs. Spiffy G's on the softs, but he stopped rather early in the race, after one lap on hard, so his tyres are a little bit worn. And he's losing a bit of ground on Wibbly Wobbly Ant at the moment. Got a healthy gap over P5 King Racer, 9.1 seconds behind. So Sherlock has resumed the battles with Vinny. So through the pit stop process, King Racer has found himself departed from the attention of Sherlock. So the field is starting to spread out once again after the scramble for pits. Sherlock racing hard, Vinny on mediums. King Racer's not too far in front of these two. I can see in the background. Vinny's managing to hold on, they're side by side as they go into turn 2. Vinny position, but Sherlock's not giving up. Looks like Sherlock did actually have the overrun there, but had to go wide to avoid running into the back. Vinny covered the apex very well indeed. Sherlock picking up loads of slip, takes the high line, goes side by side. Can he make it through? Vinny defouls well on the inside at the next corner. They go over the bridge, Sherlock's taking the inside line for the next corner, hasn't got enough overrun, tucks back in behind. So Judicial and Phil having a bit of battle further behind these two. So Vinny's managing to eke out a bit of a gap now, relieve some pressure. We'll join Philly, who's looking to make progress against Judicial. Spiffy J has found himself in 4th, all on his own. Chasing down the front 3, he's currently 3.6, 3.5 behind P3. Making good use of these soft tyres. So we'll check in with the leader. So Jack, so it is, has established quite a comfortable cushion at 6.2 seconds. Ivan is 3/10 ahead of Wibbly Wobbly. Ivan's on the mediums, Wibbly Wobbly's on the softs. All over the back end of Ivan. Will Ivan go high? Will he go low? these two start having a little bit of a ding dong, Spiffy G will be joining this party rapidly. It looks like Spiffy might be starting to suffer on the tyre wear front, and the gap to P3 is now extended to 4.5 seconds. It fit a fag paper between P2 and P3 at the moment. Jack So It Is has increased the gap to 7.5 seconds. So it looks like Jack, as we approach the halfway point, is making hay here and dominating this race, as he's pretty much dominated the championship this season. Wibbly Wobbly's making his move down the inside. Manages to get past. Ivan's looking now to hang on to that slipstream and take advantage of the fact that he's on the slower tyre. Vinny and Judicial having a battle for 5th and 6th. We'll ride with Judicial for a moment. Both drivers on medium tyre. Vinny's struggling a little bit more with the wear on his. King Racer's up to P4 now, so it looks like Spiffy has decided to get off those tyres, as Vinny has also decided to get off. Needs some fuel to keep going as well. Firewood Man into the pits. Fuel and coming off the mediums. So P2 and T3 are still very close to each other, but Wibbly Wobbly's managing to keep himself out front and might just be breaking the slipstream now. He's pushed the gap out to 1.9, so he's managed to break the slipstream. It's critically makes hay here, means he's on the faster tyre. So blue flag's out for Falcon. Marky B approaching. So Falcon pulls off the racing line, allows Marky B through. So this battle is resumed between Sherlock and Vinny. Vinny's firmly in the slipstream with a 4/10 to gap. So although this field is quite well spread out at this point of the race, we still see individual battles throughout the field. So although these two are embroiled in their own personal battle, they'll be seeing blue flags shortly as Wibbly Wobbly Ant in P2 approaches them. Indeed, there's the blue flags. So we'll see how they handle this situation. Fills into the pits from P7, shedding the hard tyres, refueling. Jack Sowett is into the pits, refueling, getting rid of medium tyres. So he's going to finish the race on softs. Wibbly Wobbly Ant has inherited first place. We're still approaching this battle for 8th and 9th, who are also approaching Falcon in P12. This is going to be very interesting. Falcon in front of the battle for P8 and P9 has got blue flags, allowing them to pass. And the battle of P8 and P9 has got blue flags for Wibbly Wobbly Ant, the current race leader, making his way through. Could get messy, this one. Marky B into the pits from 7th, refueling, coming off mediums. Sherlock makes progress past Falcon. The gap to Vinny is out to 1 second, so the slipstream has been broken. Vinny makes way for Wibbly Wobbly Ant to come through. Will he pinch a piggyback to get himself back up to the back of Sherlock? King Racer into the pits from P5, refueling, coming off mediums, onto softs. Ivan's gone into the pits out of P2. He'll be refueling and coming off medium tyres. So his last stint's going to be on the hards. Wibbly Wobbly makes his way past P7. So Sherlock, having let Wibbly Wobbly Ant through, was using the slipstream to try and increase the gap to Vinny in P8. Wibbly Wobbly has ducked into the pits to refuel and shed his soft tyres. And I think Jack Sowertooth will be making his way through into P1. So most of the cars at this stage have made all of their required pit stops. So the race will settle down shortly. So a bit of a ding-dong battle here between Marky B and Firewood Man. Firewood Man's down the inside. Marky B's fighting back. Can't quite make it on this occasion. Marky B's on the fresher tyre. Both drivers on softs. So Firewood Man, although he took the higher line there, has managed to carry more speed through the corner and retain P10. Marky B needs to keep an eye on his rear view mirror. Wibbly Wobbly Ant in P2's making progress. Jack Sowertooth, as expected, has retaken his P1 before the pit stops and is out in front. So the gap out front now is 8.5 seconds. From P2 to P3 is 7.7. P3 has a healthy lead over P4 of 12 seconds. P4 has 11 seconds over P5. P5 has 9 seconds over P6. So the field is very, very well spread out. This battle between Vinny and Sherlock is still carrying on. Vinny's very, very close now. Showed his nose down the inside. Didn't make any further progress than that. Spiffy G is closing in on this battle. We'll ride on board with Spiffy G as he attacks these two ahead. We can see Phil in Spiffy's mirrors. Oh, Philly makes a dart down the inside and takes P8. Vinny's on the outside of Sherlock up ahead, but Sherlock's holding position with the inside line. Vinny drops down onto the inside line but can't capitalise. We could have a three-way battle into the right-hander. We do indeed. Philly's on the inside. and he's making up 2 positions in that corner, but Vinny's holding on to the inside line and is pushing back side by side as they exit, but Vinny holds on to P6. So in the space of 2 corners, Vinny's made up 3 positions. Cracking racing. Spiffy's now showing great interest. He's looking for a gap. He's going to make up 2 positions, holding the inside line into turn 1. So Sherlock is still on the Vinny's still there. Oh. Falcon has had a spin and was on the apex of that corner, giving Spiffy a bit of a minor stroke, but he's managed to keep his cool and keep the act together, and he's still applying pressure to Vinny in P7. Vinny done very well to hold on to position on the outside. Sherlock's dropped back a little bit from this battle. Spiffy's looking very interested. This is Beetle versus Beetle. Spiffy's got the slip. He's closing up. Ducks out onto the inside. Makes a move. Gets back onto the high line, hoping to carry some substantial speed through the corner. Sherlock is getting very interested now. Sherlock on the high line, makes a pass. Oh, fantastic driving there from Vinny. Spiffy got a little bit out of shape. So with 7 laps to go, Vinny's tyres are looking rather ragged. Spiffy's got nice grippy set. Sherlock's on the mediums. This remains the battle to watch at the moment. Jack, so it is still P1, Wibbly Wobbly and P2, Ivan P3, the top 3, with quite a cushion over the rest of the field, and indeed quite a cushion between all 3 of them. This is where the action is. Spiffy's made his way past Sherlock. Sherlock's refusing to give up, hanging on to the slipstream. Spiffy takes the high line, trying to carry maximum speed through the corner. Vinny is posting personal best lap times as he battles to hang on to this. Oh, Sherlock's had a little bit of a back end twitch. That'll cost him a couple of tenths. Vinny's still posting personal best. He's up close and personal with Sherlock's bumper as they come onto the home straight. Sherlock into the pits. So Vinny, with a bit of momentum now, is looking to close up on Spiffy. Spiffy says no cigar sunshine as he increases the gap out to 2 seconds. Still increasing, 2.2. So Sherlock is looking to unlap himself against Wibbly Wobbly in P2. Sherlock a nice clean soft rubber. So 4 laps to go. These laps are flashing by in the blink of an eye. We're almost at the end of round 11. Now changing the front 3. It's as it was since the last round of pit stops. Jack So It Is out in front. Wibbly Wobbly Ant, who's playing his joker today, with a nice P2. That will give him 90 points if he holds his place. Jack So It Is will take an extra point for the fastest lap if he holds his place. Ivan is renowned for giving it 1000% right to the finish, so he may yet pinch fastest lap. So Spiffy G has settled down into P7. He's got quite a comfortable gap to the back and to the front. So we'll ride with Jack for the last lap and a bit, as he comes up to lap P8. Blue flags are waving. Vinny needs to get out of the road. Well done. Jack's matched his quali time with a 1:07.2, fastest lap. So as Jack makes his way to the checkered flag, we've had another fantastic round of racing in this Group 3 league. Lots of battles all the way through the field. Quality clean racing. Apologies to the any drivers affected by the commentator's curse. So Jack comes through to take the checkered flag and his 6th race win of the season. Wibbly Wobbly coming through for P2. Playing the joker. Picks up a sack full of points. Ivan coming round for a respectable P3. King Racer was closing up, takes P4, didn't have enough laps to make any more impact. Judicial crossed the line for P5. Philly coming around the final bend. P6. Spiffy J, he's rather excited. Enjoys P7. Oh. So, congratulations to the podium, guys. Fantastic racing, served up another treat. Stewards won't be very busy this week. It's quite a clean race. So, next week we're at the Theatre of Speed, Monza. That'll be quite an entertaining race, I'm sure. So, join us for the season finale when the efforts of the season will be put to bed. So, thank you all to anybody who's joined us live. If you're watching this as a replay, please leave a like and a share. Look us up on Facebook, Multi21. You like what you see? Join up. We'll get you on board, and there is a multitude of leagues for you to choose from. League racing, hot lapping, time trialing. Not only do we cater for Gran Turismo, we also cater for Assetto Corsa and a So, good night, thank you for watching, and see you all next week.